Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about words in English that are difficult to pronounce for many foreign speakers. Here we're specifically talking about British English, not American, so bear in mind that there are some quite big differences in pronunciation. Here we're talking just about standard British English. I've also divided these words into two separate categories, and I'll probably make a separate video later on about place names, because those can be quite difficult. They have strange spellings and so on. Okay, let's start over here with these common mistakes in English pronunciation. I've written the phonetic transcription down this side to help you remember, so you may want to take this down. The first one is vase. This may be pronounced vase, I think, in American English, but we would pronounce this with a long R sound. So it's vase and not vase or any other pronunciation. Vase, right? It's got a long R sound. Essay. Russians might tend to say esse, so they're clipping the French ending and making it short. We've talked about this before in previous videos. So resume, cafe, essay, so you've got a long A sound here. So don't say esse, say essay. Another common one is to put a Z in here, a Z sound where actually it should be an S. So don't say increase, right, or decrease, it's increase. It's a S sound, increase, decrease, and so on. It's not Z, it's actually S. Over here, a tricky one, irregular plural, so woman is one, right, but many women. So this is actually pronounced as an I sound. It's written in a funny way. There's an O there. So you may want to say woman or woman. That's incorrect. We say women. So you have to remember that one. Coming over here we have this quite strange spelling. Thorough. Right? So over here you can see the transcription. Thorough. Or we can have other words like although. Also strange spelling here, so that's sometimes problematic. Thorough and although. Here, problem with silent letters. You can see a silent V here. So debt, not dept. There's no B in here. We have many other words with silent letters. Other ones with B might be, for example, bomb, right? So the B is written but it's not pronounced. Other common ones might be like this one. So it's pronounced salmon, right? The fish, the red fish. So we would take out the L. The L is not pronounced there. So these you just have to know, and you have to learn where the silent letter is and how the word is actually pronounced. This one could be tricky, meaning some kind of injury. Right, a physical injury. So we would say wound, not wound. So wound it does exist in English. It's the past tense form of wind, like to wind some kind of string or thread around your finger. For example, it's a winding process, right? So wound, you could have it in that pronunciation as the past tense form of wind. But in terms of injury, wound, something that you might get in a war, right? That's a much more common word probably than wound in the sense of the past tense of wind. Here another common one, company, not company, right? It's not a com like .com. It's company, as you can see down here. Quite a common one for Russians who might mispronounce words like money or funny. Those are not manny and not fanny. We've talked about this in a previous video too. So don't forget this, it's not company, it's in fact company, right? Okay, and the final ones over here, as I said, foreign place names, difficult because they'll be unfamiliar and the pronunciation in your language may be quite different. Up in Scotland, very beautiful city, Edinburgh, Ba-ra. There are different pronunciations. Some people say Edinburgh, and other people prefer Edinburgh. So my pronunciation is Edinburgh, not Edinburgh, not Edinburgh, Edinburgh, right? Thailand, I've heard people pronounce this as Thailand, which is quite strange because that's your thigh, right? Oops, falling over there. The top part of your leg is your thigh. So Thailand, that sounds unusual because it's a place where maybe people show their thighs a lot. That's a strange mistake in English. We say Thai, and the name of the people, or the name of the language, is Thai. So that's an easy one to remember. So Thai, and where they come from Thailand. And the final one here, I've heard this pronounced as chile. It's not chile, it's chili, as in the spicy red or green chili that you might have with your Indian food, right? Or Mexican food. So it's not chile. The only way that you could say chile is if it was in the song by Jimi Hendrix, Voodoo Chile, but that's Black American vernacular English, so we wouldn't use that to mean child. Okay, that's it for today. Check out our website. If you like the video, give us some likes, and leave us your comments. If you've got ideas for videos, they're very welcome. See you next time.